In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles. In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the it's usually called the post-game bounce, but at this point in the season, Rusty Witten, is going to be called the whenever we decide to stop watching this bullshit.
Yeah.
Post-game, whenever we decide to stop watching this nonsense.
Yeah, the post-game happens when we decide it's post-game for us. And Kenny, this team, it's awful. Like, we haven't had a guy over 6'10" on this roster since the trade deadline. And so if you're still watching this game getting upset at how it's going, like, you need to go touch grass. Like, log off, go on a date, hop on, find somebody, find something, man, because if Grizzlies basketball is your source of joy right now, yeesh.
Yeah, it's a rough time right now. Mm-hmm. But it's also a good time because just so everybody knows, if you're watching this after this is live, there is 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Grizzlies are down 133 to 112 to the Golden State Warriors, and Tankathon has them now tied with Dallas for 7th in the tanking rankings, baby.
And you know who we play Friday night, Kenny? Dallas Mavericks.
We play the Dallas Mavericks. And tell everybody what's going on Friday night, Rusty.
I was just about to say, man, y'all got to come out to Grind City Brewing on Friday night because there is going to be, like, Avenger-level tanking buffoonery this Friday night. And there's no better place to watch it than Grind City Brewing, where they're doing us a solid. If the Grizzlies are winning, beer's a regular price. You're going to buy them anyway. But if they are losing, and God, I hope we are losing more often than not so we can take sole possession of the 7th best odds.
Yes.
Beers are half off, $3. And Kenny and I were there on Saturday for the Frosted event. And let me just tell you, go get you a cold open, that New England IPA. Go get you a blackberry wheat. Great new beers, Kenny. And they'll be $3 when the Grizzlies are hopefully losing Friday night.
Yeah, like, I'm not even a big beer guy, but that what was the second one? The black wheat?
The blackberry wheat, yeah.
The blackberry wheat.
Fire.
Oh my gosh, man. And then you had there was one that tasted, it was like an IPA, but it tasted pineapple-y to me. Like, what was
it? That was the Haze Runner, the hazy IPA. The Haze Runner was good. It was good. That blackberry wheat, if you like sours, it's in the sour family, and it is just, it was phenomenal. Their beers are great as is, and then the new beers, they just keep hitting beer after beer after beer. And that's what you'll need on Friday night in order to watch that game is beer after beer after beer. So come have them with us at Grind City Brewing.
Yeah, and like Rusty said, it's anytime the Grizzlies are losing, it's $3 beers, half off. So come hang out with us. We're going to do a live post-game bounce from Grind City Brewing that night. It's going to be a lot of fun. Even if the Grizzlies lose, which I hope they do, because that'll put them in direct. They will be in the seventh spot on Tankathon for the best odds to, I guess, get the number 1 draft pick. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. And we're continuing on our quest to collapse for Cam, disaster for Devansta, awful for Acuff. Like whatever team you are here, like a loss tonight is a good step in that direction. Now, y'all done freed my boy Gigi, and he is hooping. Like, and not like Drew and I talked about this today on the $2 Sports Show. Like he's hooping, and not like he was hooping 2 years ago on that bad injured team when he was the only guy and he was just shot chucking. Like Gigi is being a basketball player on a team. Like he's getting rebounds. He's not dribbling a hole in the floor as much anymore. He's at least getting in the way defensively, Kenny. And tonight finished with 22 points. Like what a great
20. Well, here's the box score: 24 points, 8 of 12 from the floor, 3 of 6 from the 3-point line, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Just a fantastic. Man. I mean, I'm telling you, and it's like I love it when your eyes are not lying to you. You see what you see on the court, and then you look at the box score and you go, well, what happened? Right? Like what was I seeing out there? But this is just like I love what I've seen. I've loved what I've seen out of Gigi, and I think like he's the guy for me, Rusty. He's the guy that when it was very clear once the Jaren Jackson Jr. trade was made that the Grizzlies were embracing the tank, right? As much as I don't like it, as much as I don't like the tank, I don't like our team just intentionally or whatever losing games.
Sure.
One of the things that I was really interested to see what would Gigi look like being able to do this to be the guy for a little bit. Obviously with Cedric out, with Jalen, I think we kind of know what Jalen is at this point. I wanted to see what Gigi would look like because I think that if Gigi can ascend to the role that I think it looks like he could be, he changes the calculus for what the Grizzlies need to do in the draft to rebuild this thing.
Listen, it makes a ton of sense to see his development, like that he, to me, would become a guy that is untouchable. You got Cedric, you got Edie. I think Gigi is in that pantheon, and he has been for me for a while. As me and Chris Singer of the No Bluffton Show on Monday nights have been 2 of the biggest Gigi stands on this network. But like seeing this development, like he's in that pantheon, and like going and adding an AJ Devansta at the top of the draft who plays the same position as Gigi, then you start Gigi at the 4. If you go get a Cam Boozer, like listen, man, like AJ Devansta is going to be the best player in this draft. I really think that, but I think it's a longer runway for him to get there. I think Cam Boozer will be a great NBA player next year.
Like immediately, he'll come on the
floor. He's a plug and play guy. And a lineup of whoever at point guard, be it Scottie Pippen Jr., Todd Jerome, Darius Acuff, if we can trade up and get him. I also really like Christian Anderson. He's a little undersized from Texas Tech, but I mean, kid's a hooper, just an absolute dog. Doesn't matter, because then you have you'd have Gigi at the 3, Cam Boozer at the 4, and Zach Edey at the 5. And good luck getting any rebounds. That's a strong defensive lineup as Gigi's getting better defensively, and Cam is a plus defender. We'll see if it translates to the NBA. But like Ced can be a lockdown guy. Edey is an incredible rim protector, and so I like that roster, Kenny. And I about talked myself into being like collapsed for Cam here. If we get the number 1 overall pick, it's AJ Devansta for me for sure. But if it's 2 or 3, Cam Boozer is the pick.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I've been on Cam for a minute. I just really, for the next iteration of this Grizzlies era, whatever we're going to end up calling it, I've really wanted them to get back to having a big post player at the 4. I want them to have a guy who's rebounding. I want them to have a guy who's able to defend in the post. I want to have a guy who's got post moves, especially when you have a Zach Edey. Like I'm not a believer that you have to adapt to what the NBA is doing. I think the NBA adapts to what you're doing when you're successful. And
I mean, Zach Clemens said as much on the night we drafted Edey that teams are going to have to adapt and make changes for us with Zach Edey being a starter. And I believe him. We just haven't been able to see it because Edey's been hurt. Now they're milking this injury. We had code malpractice last year with putting him on the bench and taking away the rookie of the year from him last year. Shout out to Taylor Jenkins, Bobby Hill looking ass. But like getting him back, like a Cam Boozer and Zach Edey pick and roll will feed families. And I think that Boozer fits what we need. And then we have the assets to go get a Darius Acuff, if that's who you're sold to be our next point guard. To go get a Christian Anderson at the end of the first round. And maybe with that Magic pick, there's a guy there that we don't know, we haven't seen yet that's going to make a run in the NCAA tournament that may play his way into that Magic pick. I said it on our show today, like I just feel it in my gut, like in my bones that Adam Silver's going to do us a solid. Because when we have a superstar, the league pays attention, right? They paid attention to young John Moran and that young core that was building there. If you think that Adam Silver doesn't manipulate and the NBA doesn't manipulate the top 2 or 3 picks in the draft, we probably need to have a conversation about the Tooth Fairy. But I just think that, because there's no way that Wemby was going to go to the Kings or Cade was going to go to the Wizards or anything like that. But, I think that I think he's going to mess with us, and I have a gut feeling that Cam Boozer might be a Grizzly next year. And if that's the case, Kenny, I think the rebuild is even shorter than we thought it was going to be.
So, all right, we got to get to this before we get out of here. This is going to be a quick show tonight because I've got something I've got to go get to right now.
And I'm literally driving down 385.
Rusty's headed home right now, so we kind of threw this thing together at the last minute. Mm-hmm. You got to help me understand what's wrong with your co-host, man. Like, buddy. What's he talk? What, but buddy, like this man. Just for a recap, all you got to do is just go watch the last 2 days worth of $2 Sports Show, which. If you are watching the post-game bounce and you don't tune in to the $2 Sports Show on a daily basis, I cannot tell you what you're missing. Like it is a buffoonery type show, and you get super hot takes and a lot of country what and a lot of country why. Like, what are you talking about? It's a lot of two best friends that have vastly different opinions on a lot of different things outside of SEC baseball. It's just the last 2 days, man. Uncle Buck has been talking outside of his head, bro. And he said that he's moving away from Cam Boozer because he just doesn't feel like he's athletic enough.
I'm worried. I need to do a wellness check. I'm worried they have a gas leak in their house down there in Tippah County because something is clearly messing with that boy's head. He is clearly not showing his raisin. I'll say that if you want a country phrase there. Because all you get, he wants to be, hating on the nerds and analytics. Okay, that's fine. Don't look at Cam Boozer's stats. Look at him with your eyeballs and watch him dominate. I tried to even go through today, he dominated a bunch of like future progressives insurance agents last night with Notre Dame. Like those dudes, the caucasity was at diabolical levels for them last night.
The origins of Mount Caucasus.
I mean, that's it, man. It was terrible. Cam Boozer, if you just watch him play, he dominates no matter what the competition is. Go back and look at his box scores and look at him play against Kansas and Arkansas and Louisville twice and North Carolina. He had 35 and 9 against Arkansas. I'm trying to go from memory. They played Florida earlier this year, and I believe he had 27 and 12. His numbers get better the better the competition is. And I owned up to this. At the beginning of the year, I thought the same thing. I thought that Cam Boozer was going to be, kind of an in-the-mud type player that just doesn't play well in space. And all year long, because the Grizzlies have been so bad, I've been watching a ton of college hoops. He's proven me wrong time and time again. He just continues to get better. He continues to play well. He can beat guards off the dribble. He can post up with bigs. If you watch these guys, like Wagler obviously needs to put on some weight and get an NBA weight program. DeBansta still needs to figure out how to play on the team because he's the only good player on that team with a pulse.
Right.
Darren Peterson needs to figure out if he wants to play basketball or not. Caleb Wilson is still super, super raw. He reminds me a lot of Jaren Jackson Jr. coming out of Michigan State with a ton of upside, but really, really raw. Well, if you're looking for a guy who's going to make a difference on an NBA roster next year, there's not a better one in this draft, Kenny, than Cam Boozer.
Well, and I'll say this. not only there's only two guys that I think that outside of, I mean, I think AJ DeBansa is going to be a fantastic NBA ball player. I think he's going to be a cornerstone of a franchise.
For sure.
If
doubt.
Darren, and we'll see what Darren Peterson looks like as the rest of the season unfolds going into the NCAA tournament. He might come out like all this stuff might just be a nothing burger once the tournament starts. And if that's the case, I will eat my shoe.
We'll revisit then. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll revisit.
What is it? Parrish always says there's new information.
Yeah, here's what I see. He said it to me in the text last night. He's like, "There's new information, ain't there?" I was like, "Yep." There's only two guys that I think are plug and play right now, like immediately. That's Cam Boozer and that's Darius Acuff Jr. I think Darius Acuff Jr. will be a starting point guard for whatever team he plays for next year.
Acuff is close for me. I have the same kind of concerns with Acuff. And again, I like Acuff, and if we trade up in the back half of the teens, if he's there 7-8, we can go get him. Like I'll be joyous. I'll be super excited about it. He doesn't play a lick of defense, and is he a guy that will work well in a system? I get it. He makes other players look better. He's making Billy Richmond play really well right now. So the answer is probably yes. I just want to know. I need to know, and I won't know until he's on my team and we see. Is he able to like play in an NBA system, or is he just like really, really good on the otherwise not so good team and just putting up video game numbers because of that? Does that make sense? And
it makes sense.
I'm not knocking him like physically. He's a dog, like just a bulldog with the basketball for sure. I'm not down that at all. I just like, to me, Cam Boozer, Darius Acuff is you're right. He's probably one, but it's decent between the two of them, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're kind of breaking up just a little bit, Rusty, but I think it's clearing up now. Last two questions before we get to last two thoughts, or last two statements in the comment section. Shout out to all y'all who are here. 123 y'all are watching it. It'll be a lot more by the end of the night, but shout out to y'all for joining us. Kendarius says if Ty Jerome is our starting point guard next year, I'm finding a new team. And then King Meek says,
okay, go ahead.
I'm disappointed in blues singer Walton Jr. tonight. He didn't show up when he had playing time.
He's terrible.
I'm concerned. I'm a little disappointed in Walter Clayton Jr. I felt like this is a real opportunity for him to kind of like prove himself, and he has been less than impressive. Yeah. Wouldn't you agree?
He's not good. Yeah, he's not good. That's a miss on Zach Kleiman's part. They said that was a guy that we were watching and excited about in the draft. I don't know why. I don't see it. Going to be a good college player, but not a pro. I don't buy that. And Kendarius, best of luck finding a new team. Follow John Morant to Sacramento or wherever. Man, I wish you well. Hope you come back to the comments next year, even if you're not a Grizzlies fan. It may be Ty Jerome. It may be Darius Acuff. It may be Scottie Pippen Jr. It doesn't really matter because the rest of the team's going to be pretty freaking great, and I don't think this system needs an elite point guard.
I'm in agreement with you. All right, Rusty, get home safely. Thank you for joining me tonight. Guys, we went 18 minutes tonight because that's literally all the Grizzlies gave us. So
that's it.
We are going to jump out of here. Shout out to y'all. The Grizzlies lost 133-112 to the Golden State Warriors. It was an annoying game to watch because it just was terrible. But glass being half full, they're now tied for Dallas in the Tankathon rankings for the 7th spot with a chance to, on Friday night against Dallas, take over the 7th spot in sole possession of the 7th spot. And you can come and watch that game with us at Grind City Brewing this Friday night. Cheers for the Tank. Memphis Grizzlies watch party versus the Dallas Mavericks. We're cheering for the Tank with all the new beers that Grind City Brewing just released this weekend. $3 beers anytime the Grizz are losing. When they are not losing, it'll be $7 beers, $6 beers, whatever it is. It'll be $3 half off when the Grizzlies are losing. So come and enjoy it with us. We're going to do a post-game bounce immediately afterwards from Grind City.
Come have a beer with us. Let's do it.
Come have a beer. Come enjoy the game. But shout out to you, Rusty. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, Kenny. Y'all have a good weekend and be there Friday night. See y'all then.